Hello Charlotte. Thanks. Love your video. You look so sad here. It was a fantastic video. But are you okay? Are you sick? I hope you're alright. Oh hon, I hope you're doing alright. Not to make assumptions, but you look like you've been crying. Whatever the case is, just remind yourself, this shall pass. Don't be sad, so many people love you. Please take care. I know you're a dedicated ASMR artist, but damn! If you felt as bad as you looked, I would have taken the day off. Hashtag pray for Charlotte. That last one was actually a joke message. It was from a guy called Nick. I was chatting about the comments of the video on my stream the other night. Before I address the comments, I want to say thank you to all the people who were, genuinely concerned about me. It's nice to know that if I was sad or there was something wrong with that, I've got so many people who are genuinely worried and care that I'm okay. But I'm fine. I don't know what else to say. I'm not sad. There was nothing wrong with me on that video. It was just a different style of video. I wasn't crying. If I ever have been crying, then the very last thing I would want to do is go and make an ASMR video as straight after, like while my eyes are still red. So no, I don't know why my eyes looked red. I was probably just a little bit tired. To the person who commented on how bad I looked, thanks. I will be honest, I probably wore a little less makeup that day, so essentially I just looked like shit. I wasn't poorly, I wasn't sad, I just had a bad face day, and unfortunately, because I put my face on the internet, everyone kind of noticed and commented on it. The video, stop, I've got this thing, it's swinging. King of the Swingers, this cable. I want to explain the video a little bit, just so maybe the people who don't understand it understand where I was coming from with it. Going through the comments, a lot of people did get it. Quite a lot of people understood where I was coming from. I wanted to do a video where there wasn't chit-chatting. I wasn't, like being like, oh yes, I'm gonna wash your face with a sponge. Look at this sponge, yes. That's not my normal style anyway. I try not to, in role plays anyway, I try not to forcibly make sounds with items. I try and keep them as realistic as possible. Obviously in other videos, sounds videos, I will purposely crinkle something, but in a role play, I will treat the item as normal, and hopefully the natural sounds and natural nature of me handling that object will come through. And that was kind of what I was going for with me, really. I didn't want to be this chatty barber who was like, oh, so what have you been doing? Yeah, like constantly talking. I wanted it just to be, I'm getting on with my job. I'm not bothering you. I'm just getting on with it. I'm concentrating on it. I'm being a professional, and you just enjoy yourself. And I was actually chatting to somebody about this the other day. I think it was in the comments section actually, and it was about, what was it? Oh, it was on my Lilium Silver video, my last Halloween one, where at the beginning of the video I just got on with work. I almost ignored the camera. The camera was just there. It wasn't actually a person. And they were saying, I love it when people almost don't acknowledge the camera. And I was saying, I love that too, where it's like you're just observing somebody doing it rather than being, talked to and being a part of a conversation. So with this role play, I kind of wanted to do that. I'm not really involving him much. He's come in for a shave, I'm going to do the shave and he's going to go. The reason I think people may have assumed that I was down was probably because the majority of my videos have a sort of comedy element to them, or a very bubbly, lively element. They're always quite bright. I'm always like, you know, trying to tone myself down. I do talk a bit too fast and get a bit too hyper. This one I wanted a little bit darker. People had requested a darker video. And also I wanted it to be more serious. Now, the reason I may have looked sad is I suffer with something called RBF. Many people have been diagnosed with this. A lot of people have it and they've never had a diagnosis. But basically, RBF is a resting bitch face. It's so common, so common. People, you know, they've had it all their life and they don't know. Resting bitch face affects so many people, male and female, and I've suffered with it a long time. Part of having RBF is a tendency to frown when I'm concentrating, but also I look sad. Quite often, I think I'm doing it now, I'm frowning. I get told off by my boyfriend all the time. I remember one of our first dates, I was just looking down the street, we were in KFC, and I was just looking down the street, and I was like that, I was frowning. And he just looked at me and said, "What are you frowning for?" And I was like, "No, I'm just looking down the street." I said, "Stop frowning." And I didn't even know I did it. And apparently I have a sad face when I concentrate. I was just concentrating on, to be honest, I was actually concentrating. That's just my natural concentration face. And the reason I was concentrating is because I had a palm full of foam and a razor blade. And to get the noises, spoiler alert, to get the noises of the razor against the person's face, I was having to use a razor on my hand. And I didn't want to cut my hand. So I was concentrating very hard on trying to A, get the right sounds, B, not have like my hand there so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to concentrate out my peripheral on the screen, concentrate on what I'm doing with my hands, and also try not to cut myself. So the reason I looked sad is because I was trying not to cut my hands. And that's really it. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm not sad. Actually, yesterday, to be honest, I had a bit of a crappy day yesterday. I had a good day, like productivity wise, I got loads done, but I went to bed just feeling really shitty and just a bit deflated. And I think it's because a couple of my videos, one of my Gaming with Angel videos, I left something in the middle that I was meant to cut out. Someone pointed it out to me. They were like, "Oh, we meant to cut that out, Charlotte." And I was like, "Yes." So I haven't done it yet, but I've got to redo that. A Biscuit of Britain, the sound's gone. I don't know where it's gone. No, I do. What am I talking about? That's another video. An Average Jane video that I filmed, the sound is gone on the end of the video. A Biscuit of Britain, my microphone kind of unplugged itself, so then the sound continued to record through my laptop. And because the majority of my videos, my laptop is out in the hallway, it records silence. The camera audio is way too fuzzy. It's just like pure white noise, because obviously I'm whispering. So I'm going to have to do a voiceover. It's going to be interesting. That's not the next one, but the one after. Because I can't re-record it because someone sent me some biscuits from America, and if I re-recorded it, excuse me, it wouldn't be a natural reaction, and also I can't get hold of the biscuits. So yeah, yesterday was actually a crappy day, even though I got loads done. But when I filmed that video I was fine. I wasn't poorly. A couple of people mentioned I had flu last week, which I did, but it was before I got that. And it was after my cystoscopy. I got over my cystoscopy. If anyone's interested in that, I'll leave a little link there. That's just explaining what a cystoscopy was, why I had to have it, really talking just about, I'd put a video up before saying I was a bit nervous about the general anaesthetic and stuff, but obviously it all went fine, so that was my video about my cystoscopy. Also, while I'm here, I put a video up talking about my anxiety and my phobias and my experience with CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy. I'll leave that link there. It's not ASMR, and I do put a warning at the beginning of the video to say that if you're in a bit of a sensitive place, then probably don't watch it. When I suffered with anxiety, I found that if I watched other people's videos where they talked about it, it actually made mine worse. I've not actually had any anxiety for quite a while now. Nothing unusual. I meant to say out of the normal there. I obviously was a bit nervous about going for my cystoscopy, but that's normal. You know, I don't really suffer with what I would call anxiety now. I think maybe that was just a small time in my life where I kind of got on top of me, and fortunately CBT worked for me. So yeah, that's just a little video of me chatting about my experience and stuff. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. I'm fine. I'm happy. I wasn't crying. The tone of the video was intentional. I wanted it to just be like, no BS with the customer. The customer's come in for a job. I'm doing the job. I'm concentrating. Bish bash bosh is out. And that's it. I'm going to go now because I have got to do lots of editing and other stuff. A load of stuff has come to my PO box today. Christmas presents. I get everything delivered rather than getting stuff delivered to my house. It just goes to my PO box because it means I don't have to get up like 7 o'clock in the morning when the postman arrives. So I've literally got a box here full of Christmas presents and birthday presents and just everything. I am determined to get all of my Christmas presents bought before December because I want to avoid the mad rush. And that's it. I am rambling. I'm talking for the sake of talking, so I'll cut this short and say goodbye.